Okay, in the last video we replaced the default Joomla logo in this default Rook Milky Way template with our own image by just replacing the image with our own version in the file system. So in this time I'm going to do something a little different, right? So once again I can right click on this image and I can hit inspect element, right? And it lets me know that the name of the file is mw_joomla_logo.png. It lets me know right here where it says URL, which is actually the path to the file, right? So it shows me the path, but it also shows me if I highlight, put my cursor right over this template.css line 82, it tells me that this stuff that I'm finding here, these settings, right? This is CSS code, right, or CSS language, and it's in a file called template.css, and if I highlight over it, it tells me exactly where it's located. It's located in templates, Rook Milky Way, CSS, template.css on line 82. So what I can also do is I could edit that. So in Photoshop, first of all, in Photoshop, I'm going to decide I want to change this. So I'll get my paintbrush, and I need a color. So I'll just get a different color here. Click OK. And I've changed the color to red here. And then with my paintbrush, maybe I'll do that to green. And on my layers, I'll make another layer here. Put the layer underneath. And then with this little paintbrush, I will paint underneath my text, right? So I've got this little file here, and I'll call this file save for web and devices. Okay, there we are. There's my save dialog box. I'll make it a little bit smaller so you can see what's going on here. Oh, can't make it smaller. PNG 24-bit transparency, and I'll hit save. I'm going to save it to the desktop, but this time I'm just going to call it logo.png. Alright, so I'll just save it there to the desktop. It's called logo. So now what I can do is in EXTplorer, close Firebug, right there, a little red button, close it. What I can do is I can use this directory tree here to go into the Rook Milky Way directory, and then this time instead of going into images, I'm just going to go to CSS folder, or the CSS directory, right? And in there is the file template.css. And I'll just right click on that and select edit. And it'll open up a little editor by which I can edit the code. And so I'm going to look for line 82 because Firebug told us that this was located on line 82. So on line 82, there's the div tag for the logo, right, on line 82, just as it said it was. And then if you go a few lines down, here is the line which tells it how to point to the logo file to place in that position of the file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this line, copy, and then I'll go to the next line, hit return or enter, and I'll paste it. And on the previous line I will put a / star, and I'll end it with a star and a /. Now those are two little tags that will basically comment out this line, right? And I'm doing that as a backup so that this commented out line, if what I put in here is wrong, or I put in something that really messes up the site, I know what was there before. Okay, you can tell how to do that because right here at the top of the CSS you can see that this stuff at the top has been commented out. It's been commented out because it has a / and a star, and then it ends with a star and a /. So you can comment out lines of code like that. So I just copy that and I just put a / star and then a star / at the end, and so then I've kind of got like a backup there. And now I'll just change this line of code to logo.png, right? So now I've just changed where the CSS file is looking for the image. So it's now going to look for logo.png instead of mw_joomla_logo.png, and I'll hit save. Alright, so I saved the file. Now I can close it, and I can go back to the front page and hit refresh, and it should find the new image now. And it doesn't find it. It doesn't see it. Well, I wonder why it doesn't find it. Well, maybe I didn't upload it yet. So let's go back to EXTplorer and go back to images in the Rook Milky Way folder. And looks like I haven't uploaded it yet. So there is mw_joomla_logo.png, but if I go to the L's, I don't see logo.png. So I need to upload it. So I'll click the up arrow, and I'll open this up so you can see the window, and I'll browse for it. It's on my desktop. There's logo.png. Double click on it and hit save, which uploads it to the correct folder. Once again, I'm in templates, I'm in Rook Milky Way, I'm in images, and that's where I've now uploaded logo.png. So now that it's in there, chances are this will work. I'll hit refresh, and there it is. There's my new logo popping into my site. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Two different ways to find where an item is located in your template by right-clicking on it and using the Firebug utility add-on in Firefox. I hit Inspect Element, which opens up Firebug, and I can find out information about an item. If I want to make sure I'm on the right item, I can right-click and use Start Aardvark to make sure that I'm clicking on the right area, and then get information down here below where I hit Inspect Element that really just kind of shows me where in Joomla the information is coming from.